Good morning, YouTube. Reseller Mom here with Tina, and we are here with our live show on Friday morning, 8 o'clock, our time, and it is the 9th of December, 2022, and boy, we are straight up in Q4. Hold on, now I gotta mute myself over here. There we go. Oh, goodness. How are you doing, Tina?
Good, and I'm wearing my ugly Christmas cat sweatshirt today. You can't really see it while I'm sitting here, but I just felt it was the season to wear a ridiculous, ugly sweatshirt. And this is it.
Well,
If I had a taller chair, we could see my silly shirt on the live. I've got bedhead this morning, but I have brushed my teeth and I'm fresh and clean. I just have bedhead today and an ugly cat sweater. So that's what's going on.
there is no dress code.
There isn't, especially when we work from home. That's the best thing.
I was out late shopping last night. I did Kroger's running that 10 off 50, 20 off 100, 30 off 150 deal. I tried some Walmart stuff. I did not have good luck at Walmart, but my Fred Meyer Kroger has been doing pretty good. But overall, Tina and I, we were talking earlier, what we're finding a lot is when you scan a thing, something that might have been good last year, because the price is increased at the store, we're not seeing it reflected necessarily on the Amazon price in a lot. So a lot of the things that I was selling really good last year with the price hike, they're just, the margins aren't there. It's just not enough. Plus with the increase in shipping, it's just enough between those two things that I was making, $5 on last year. If now I'm making $2, it's like, not really.
Yeah, it takes away the excitement. And the thing is, it's not me and you, it's everybody else out there watching. Everybody's running into this for people who normally do RA at this time of year. Like silly go-tos when you go to the TJ Maxx stores. Last year, I bought every Monopoly game that I could, like the Golden Girls and all those fun Monopoly games. And I think they were, whatever it was, they were $15 and you made I don't know, $8. It was close to 100% ROI. I can't recall the exact numbers off the top of my head. But this year, I've scanned every Monopoly game at those stores and you lose money and maybe you make $1. So it's just like, well, this just is not that fun, you know? So it's been a struggle. This morning before we went live, I placed 2 orders on Walgreens for in-store pickup, and one got canceled right away. And the other one so far has not been canceled. So I'm going to actually just go in store and see if in store they're having the same sale that they are online. Because as you know, sometimes they have online deals that are not in store and vice versa.
Right. I will too be going this weekend and popping into Walgreens. I'm going to hit hard. Walgreens Big Lots is still kind of one of my front runners for getting product. And then Fred Meyer's and maybe some Walmarts. I did have a bolo I wanted to share with everybody because it's going to be a hard to find one. For those that have sold Polly Pocket in the past, there are little vehicles. There's like an airplane, a groomer. Anyhow, if you see those little Polly Pocket things, a lot of the other Polly Pockets are dead. I mean, there's so much dead Polly out there that was very sad. Unless if it goes on, I'm hoping maybe there's like a sale cycle that I will hit up, but we're getting close to the end of that opportunity. Anyhow, these little vehicles are usually about $4.99, $5.99 at the stores. I have seen them at Kroger, Walmart, other stores. They're going for $20 to $30. I found one and it sold within a few hours.
Yeah.
I don't know what, I think they've been discontinued and they've been replaced by the other junk that I've seen. Same with, I'll throw another one out there if y'all see it, pick it up. Barbie Dreamtopia. Barbie Dreamtopia used to have a set that had 2 little ponies. I don't remember if they were Pegasuses or whatnot, and then the little character herself. And you could pick them up for about 10, 15 and flip for about 30-ish. Gone. There's now some new Dreamtopia that's just a bleh. Cannot find the regular Dreamtopias. And I've sold those for 2 or 3 years and they would fly off the shelf. So I don't know. Toy people are changing up, getting new products, and those old ones that are now hard to find are, I see the price increase with those. I just wish I could find them. That's why we're sharing them here, because if you find them, you found a little nugget. Put it in
Yeah,
your
and then some people are talking about, the toy. One of the hot toys last year was Magic Mixies, right? And then this year,
Mhm.
Magic Mixies has it's like a crystal ball toy. I bought a couple early on in the season and sold them quickly. But now I saw on Facebook that one of our members said that that listing, it comes in two colors, like I think a pink and a blue one, if I recall right. And one of the colors, the listing has already been shut down. It's like in the height of Q4, we're having toy listings removed from Amazon's catalog.
Yeah.
So, you guys aren't alone with, facing these frustrations. We all are. The generic listings, that now, you can't jump on. So whoever created it now can control that listing. There's lots of things going on. I feel like, okay, finally the season has arrived because I got my first, the post office said they delivered my package, but I didn't get
Where?
it message. Yes. I was like, yes, it's really Q4 now. I've got my first customer. Where's my stuff message? So I messaged them back with my letter template that, the first message saying, how it can show delivered when it really arrives the next day. Check with your family members, yada, yada, yada. And they waited a couple days, messaged me back, and then I messaged them with my other template about how they can file an A to Z claim and how to go about doing that, because we don't want to lose out on the money of packages possibly being stolen. And let's face it, anybody that has Ring cameras, when you have the paid service, you can see people in your area who post pictures of people who have stolen packages at their front door. And even you yourself over Thanksgiving had somebody pirate porch your house.
Yes. So somebody on because we're on the crime page for our area, for our city too, and my husband had posted there. Anyhow, somebody posted that they think the guy's name is John Nodder, and so I late last night, not last
Naughty
night,
Nodder.
yeah, one night I looked up, and there is a dude that lives in the area, and his address is public information, and so I'm like, oh, do you want to go scope out and see if that's the guy? So,
Totally. I would totally do that because you and I like to do a scope out.
yeah, binoculars, late night stakeout. Oh, because we made a police report, but nothing's going to happen, and there's he didn't steal like that much. Anyhow, it's not high on anybody's priority list, but it still irks me. It irks me
It
when
does.
people
And so
steal.
we know porch pirates is a real thing. We know this. And then there's also the scammers out there too. And we also know this as well. And, you know, all we can do is what we can do. So, get them to file those A to Z claims. And what I want to know is who is still amped up and fired up with Q4 and who is already feeling the burnout.
I'm having a little today because I'm tired. I didn't get to bed till like 1 in the morning, and then the alarm was going off at 5:36 this morning. What about you? What are you feeling?
I'm a mixture. I'm still fired up because, I'm eager to be sending out those packages. And so I was having, 40, merchant fulfilled, one day, and then I jumped down to 17 merchant fulfilled the next day. And, why it takes a long time to do a bunch of, merchant fulfilled, you get discouraged when you only have 17, so that adds to the giving me the burnout. It's like, no, I don't want it to be, a day like this. Um, what I'm mostly burnt out in is the frustrations of driving around to the stores and not finding as much as I have in all the years past. That just like makes it feel discouraging. Placing online orders for in-store pickup and them getting canceled, that I find discouraging. That makes you feel a bit of a burnout. But I'm still pumped and excited. I'm still ready to hit the stores, despite maybe not finding as much as I have in years past. I'm currently still on fire to be doing the damn thing.
My big setback is my feet hurt, so I'm trying to switch
Yeah.
around my shoes, and I might need to get some more padding for my shoes to keep my feet going. I wanted to just touch on real quick the people that are asking for refunds and returns and whatnot.
Mhm.
You get a lot of questions on Facebook, and this is one of those gray areas on what's going on. I've had people message me, and you just know it's a scam. Like the way they word it, the way it comes off. You can't ever completely, you can't say, "Oh, I think you're a scammer." At
Yeah.
least not on Amazon. I have in other things, but not on Amazon. But there are true, people out there that are, just trying to get a problem fixed. I had a lady who contacted me and she said, and it was an FBA item, mind you. She's like, the item arrived damaged. It was going to be a Christmas gift for my mother. And I have attached a few pictures. I was going to, exchange it, but you were out of stock. Well, it's a replen that I actually was processing in the warehouse and it felt genuine. And when it feels genuine,
Mhm.
you got to make a decision. And so I mailed her mom outside of Amazon. I had to ask for an address because you don't have access to your FBA customer addresses. So I said, well, send me your mom's address and I'll ship her one. And she's like, oh, thank you so much. But there's others that have messaged me and you're like, I know you're
Yeah,
not.
especially when they give you the sob story and it's like, look, I'm one of the most compassionate people
Mm-hmm,
right? And I hate when I get well, can you please give me a discount?
mm-hmm.
And then it's a big, my cat just died and my husband is disabled and I just got over the flu and we might be getting evicted from our apartment and I just can't afford it. Can you give it to me for only $1.99?
Yeah. Yeah. Those ones I'm like, then don't buy it. I mean, go pay your power bill. I mean, it's not. And what gets me is they're always asking about that on some garbage item that I'm like, this is, you're not asking for a discount on diapers or food or anything that's like a necessity. It's because you want this pink bra and like go buy a bra somewhere else. There's lots of them out there. It's not like this is a highly coveted item or anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and one of my wins this week was that we went out, and I shared this in the Facebook group, but my mom and my husband and I, we went out shopping, and it was a mixture of sourcing and trying to do Christmas present shopping, right? So we all went
Mhm.
together, and we ran into the Goodwill. It was next door to the Marshalls because I also do sell on eBay and Etsy, and I still like to find things in the thrift stores. And my husband found this shelf that had brand new Adidas soccer balls. And so, of course, with the soccer playoffs going on or football, depending on where you are in the world, what you call it, he says, he scanned them and he came over. He goes, I need you to look at this. He goes, I don't know if this is right what I'm seeing. And they were still brand new in the package with the UPC code on it. And they were going on Amazon for $99. And there in the Goodwill, they were brand new for $3.99. And the buy box, yeah, it showed it was selling like 6 a month according to Keepa. So I said, yeah, we can get a couple of them. I mean, why not? They're if it only sells 6 a month and we sell 1 or 2, then great, it's a win. 20 minutes later, we sell this damn soccer ball. And we were in the Marshalls next door. So after we checked out of line, we went back to the Goodwill because we left 3 on the shelf. And of those 3, 2 were good, 1 was not, and they were gone. All 3 were gone. So I did walk away with 2. I only sold that 1. I still have the other one in stock. So it didn't sell as quickly, but nonetheless, I'll take that win.
Nice, nice. I scanned soccer stuff last night at Walmart. The Barbie dolls soccer. They had a boy and a girl, and neither were good enough to purchase. They weren't terrible, but it wasn't. It was like break even type of scenario.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I like to think of. It's like what's hot right now. The soccer playoffs are hot right now. So of course, I want to scan and look at soccer things. And I was thinking about this morning because I was looking at some Squishmallow and they had a Beauty and the Beast Squishmallow. And I've been seeing commercials on TV that it's the big anniversary. Is it Disney Plus or something is doing Beauty and the Beast, like a musical? And I don't know if that will make a comeback for Beauty and the Beast Squishmallow, but like this is the thing that I think is when I'm watching TV and I see a thing, well, I want to start scanning the things that go with it, be it Beauty and the Beast or whatever it is.
I know that it is the anniversary of the Grinch. I can't
Mm-hmm.
remember what year, but Grinch stuff has been pretty hot. I haven't found
60th,
much of
I believe.
It's either
I believe
60 or
it's
65, but regardless,
yeah.
if you can find Grinch stuff, it can be good.
Yes.
Um, I have been scanning Harry Potter along those lines, but I have not found much Harry Potter good yet. I need to focus a little bit more on it when I'm at the stores. Uh, the new Harry Potter movie's coming out, but I don't know when. Do you remember when that one's coming out with this kid?
I do not. I just absolutely do not. My brain at this time of year, it is so hard to remember all the things. Like, so I told my husband about something that was on sale for Black Friday, and I'm like, if you want this, I think that we should get it. It was software stuff for creating things. If you have a Cricut machine, Creative Fabrica. I don't know for any Etsy users out there, for any Cricut users out there, Creative Fabrica is where you can buy a lot of clip art and fonts and things to make crafts with. And they had a really good Black Friday deal. And I'm like, hey, if you're interested in this, we should get it today. Well, for me, once it comes out of my mouth, I feel like I don't have to keep trying to remember it anymore. So 2 days later, he mentions it to me like, "Oh, hey, are we going to get that program?" I said, "Well, no, because I told you we had to get it that day." I said, "Look, once I tell you something, it's on you to remember it now because I've got 8,000 other things in my head that's going on." So it's tough remembering all the things right now.
So, good morning, Armand in the chat, and Loving It asks, "How are Q4 sales going so far?" Mine are doing okay. I
Mine
am
are, yeah. Go
okay.
ahead.
Overall, I was talking to Tina about this. I am down, I think it said 12% or something from last year, but last year I had a lot of small items. So I think overall, because I'm trying to get more item, I've been more particular about what I'm getting.
Mhm.
I'm not worried about that being down. And then overall, I am just shy of 500,000 for the year in total sales. And I was trying to get to a 700,000 mark this year, and I will clearly fall short of that. If I hit 550, maybe 575 in total sales, but for the year that I had, I am not too upset about it. Moving into the warehouse was a big jump
Expense. Yeah.
expense. I, money tied up with all of
Yeah.
that and getting that launched. It's just slower than what I had hoped. I'd hoped to move in and be moving a lot more and having more employees by now, but it is what it is, and you gotta grow. I can't grow as fast as I wanted to grow, but growth
None of
is
us do. I
there.
want to go from zero to this, really, we all want the fast track,
Yeah.
because it's why, because we do.
Because I think ideally I want to get to the point where I'm getting 4 to 8 pallets in here every week and have about 5 to 6 employees. Am I there yet? No. Now that
Yeah.
I've kind of gone through that, is the expectation, was that realistic expectations on myself? Absolutely not. No. No.
But
Is
it's
it
it's it's the end goal, right? So it's like we take the baby steps to get to the end goal.
yes.
And I'm pretty much in the same boat as Lucy. My sales are also a bit down from last year. And it's for the reasons I have already spoke about earlier, where there's been a struggle finding a lot of the things in Q4 compared to years past, and my wholesalers having limited stock of items that I get from them, and yada, 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 canceled orders. And I also am a little bit down because I've picked up so much more with eBay and Etsy this year, in addition to Amazon. So it caused Amazon to budge a little bit, but it's not the end of the world, and in the end, I think it's going to be almost the same because of how much more I have on Etsy and on eBay too. I was really wanting to dip my toes in other platforms. I had a dream this year, which is going to sound dumb, but and I don't mean a dream like I have a dream and and a vision, but like sometimes at night I will have dreams. Like, do you ever dream, like your deceased loved one, like you're having a conversation with them in your dream and it feels so real? I have these
Maybe
kind
you
of
are.
dreams. And I have these kind of dreams sometimes. Um and we've heard people say it, and it could just come from me hearing it so often, but I thought, all of my eggs are in one basket, right? They're all in Amazon. At one time they were all in eBay. And um I felt when I was starting to put all my eggs in one basket, it's because I was learning Amazon. I needed to focus on Amazon, and Amazon was outperforming eBay. And with eBay, I can only buy one offs here and there, right? You go to the thrift store, you buy like the one or maybe up to four of that soccer ball that day, right? It's going to be one sweater, one shirt. You're having to buy lots of ones. And with Amazon, I could find one hot item and I could buy 50 of them. So, I mean, the business model made more sense. I was making more money, right? But now I feel like I've got Amazon figured out, and keeping up with the changes, So once I have it figured it out, they change things. But I felt like I had all my eggs in one basket, but I understand Amazon very well. So I put some of my eggs back in eBay, and I have branched out into Etsy as well. And my husband is my full time partner here who helps with me. So while he's focusing on maybe some Etsy items and I'm doing eBay listings as a team, that way, what if one of them fell out? What if I got suspended tomorrow on Amazon and that money's tied up, or my account is shut down for maybe 2 months because I'm having to fight a suspension? What am I going to do? Right. And so at least I have eBay going and Etsy going that I could maybe put more time into and increase the sales I have now. My Amazon sales are still my bread and butter. It's where I make the most of my money, but it's not the only place that I have to fall back on to make money. And so this year I just had a dream that, like, look, you could lose one of these one day. What would you do? And I woke up and I felt like I had this come to Jesus meeting with myself that I needed to manage all of them. And it's been doable.
Yeah. Yeah. My journey this year has been some similar, some different. I had that huge fear of, waking up to an account suspension and dealing with that. And now that I have the responsibility of a warehouse and employees, more so than previous years, I wanted to make sure that I, branched out a little bit more. I have eBay, but that's always like a backup plan for me.
Mm-hmm.
I did get the notice a couple weeks ago that I now qualify for, if I go in the red with my account, I will have a grace period to take care of it, that I will not be suspended. And that was like the biggest weight off my shoulders. I really, really liked that they did that. And then as far as branching out, I started doing the Fiverr gigs, and
Mm-hmm.
we've started, really hounding into the bolos and the bundle courses, which is just a way that we can incorporate what we already know and spread
And we
our,
like it. It's fun.
yes, yeah,
Sometimes things just get a little dry and boring, like the humdrum. I told my husband this morning, I started exercising again. It's not a big like running marathons or anything, right? But I feel like it's good for my stress level. It's good for my health. And just silly things. Like I normally exercise, downstairs with a YouTube video. This morning I switched it up and I exercised upstairs while watching a TV show, right? So just like these little changes break up the normal humdrum of my day, right? Because I'm like a robot. Like I get up. We have two cats, ugly cat sweater. So I feed the animals, I make my coffee, I sit on the couch, I scroll through all the notices on my phone. Like it's like I have steps that I follow like a freaking robot every day. And it's like that just makes my life feel humdrum. And so lately I've been switching up, going out shopping later in the day as opposed to first thing in the morning, going to the opposite side of town to shop stores. I've been trying to do the same things, but switch it up. Because then I start getting bored, and I need to switch up things. I need new adventure. I need new projects. This is what keeps me motivated, inspired, excited. And so doing the Fiverr and doing our groups, while it does add more pressure, because now it's just another thing I'm doing on top of the pile. And how do we keep up with it all? It's inspiring. It feels good, and it keeps the motivation. It keeps the drive. It keeps the fire burning for me.
oh yeah, why work for yourself if you're not enjoying it? Yeah,
Hmm.
am I stressed, am I overworked? Absolutely. But do I love it? Every minute of it.
Right.
uh, our big thing this year, as everybody should know, is getting my son launched into college, which he comes home on Sunday. I'm so excited. And he did get, he got like, I think he's going to get an A, a B, and a C. The C is in linear algebra, which is a step above Calc 2. So we are excited about that C, to say nonetheless. And the other venture that Tina and I have both dipped into this year is crypto investments. So somebody had asked last time, how is that going? There will be more
Not
to come
great.
on that. It's just not, huh?
It's not been great.
Yeah, anybody who follows that realm, it was a really rough last couple of weeks. There was a lot of drama. If you don't follow it, then it's just going to go over your head. If you follow it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And since this is not the place or the time, I'm just saying that that is an adventure that we are doing on the side as well. But our point is you know, you can learn Amazon. Amazon is awesome. Amazon is great, but what else are you doing in your life? I mean, you don't put all your eggs into one basket, no matter what that basket is. If it's Shopify, eBay, Etsy, Amazon, or anything. Loving It says, have you tried Seller Amp to sell your products across different platforms? I have tried Vendoo, and I have tried a few things. I have not done Seller Amp, and I have a Walmart account. I have not ventured into selling my Seller Champ, Seller Amp, whatever. I think there is a Seller Amp too, but I have not cross-listed my bundles and private label stuff over into the Walmart world. And that is something that I will be evaluating in January. So in January is when I sit down. I don't know if you do this too, Tina, but I sit down in January and June and I go over, how did everything go? How did everything that I started go? How did all the new software I tried go? And what do I want to cut and what do I want to try? So last January, I started RevSeller. Love it. Holy smokes. How did I live without RevSeller? This last fall, I started Feedback 5. Do I love it? No. I think it's kind of not worth.
Thumbs down, Feedback 5. I've tried it. Yeah.
I have not gotten the feedback that I want from it, and I'll have to analyze it again in January. Maybe it's worth it, maybe it's not by the time I look at the numbers, but overall I have not had like a huge amount of feedback come back from using their services. And it is what it is, but I'm going to analyze it again in January. I like to say, okay, I'm going to try it out for X amount of months, and then I'll look at it in January. And then I look at each piece, what worked, what didn't work. Somebody had posted about a comment on one of my vlogs on, I wanted to move my price point from about $3 profit per item up to about $5 an item. And in our Bolo group, you need to post Bolos that are at least $3 or more. And they said, well, how come, blah, blah, blah. And you've got to look at your price point for everything. Now, in our Bolo groups, there's a lot of things that get posted that are way more than $3 profit per item. We're just saying that's the minimum. Like, we don't want to see anything under 3 these days. When I'm looking at my inventory, and I'll look at it from a macro view all the way down to each ASIN. Is this ASIN worth my time? How much do I move per month? How much packing do I put into it? How much of a pain in the butt is it to order? And what is my price point? I can tell you right now, I've got something on auto ship that ships to me every month. I don't have to go in and order. I don't have to do anything. I can guarantee at least 20 sales a month, and I make $250 off of each sale. Well, that is what, about $50? $50 of profit, and it hardly costs me anything. So that's under my $3 rule.
But it's just so easy. It's just so easy. Yeah. And I do the same thing as you do with breaking the things down. And look, and with Bolos and with, say, leads, this is the way it works for me in my head. So let's say I am looking at a VA Bolo sheet, and the ROI on something is just $3. And so maybe that's nothing to get really excited about. Is this something that I could possibly buy and bundle it with something else? Because we already know it does well, it performs well, even though it's $3. But now can I take that and can I make it a 2-pack? Or can I do something to now make this really good selling item better? And you got to look at things like that when you're looking through these lists, whatever list you're on, whether you guys are in our group or if you're in any other lead group, or even if you're running tactical arbitrage or software for yourself. It's just, you have to program your brain to think outside of the box.
A perfect example of that, we've got Easter coming up, right? And Peeps. Peeps are going to be big for Easter. You will see all sorts of different Peeps for sale, but a single pack of Peeps, I feel like it's a little tongue twister. A single pack of Peeps is not going to be worth reselling. A 2-pack probably is not going to be worth selling. A 5-pack variety pack, a couple packs with that, with maybe some chocolates or something, is going to be where Tina and I are going. So when we're researching bundles, we're going to see, okay, what's the top selling chocolate filler, and then what's the the top selling Peep? Can we put those two together and make a winning combination? And that's how you have to look at things, just like Bolo sheets or anything that you're out there sourcing with. You can look at Bolo sheets. We've had lots of things shared where it's, okay, this variation is good, but wait a minute, this one's better, this one's better, this one's better, and it leads down to other good scenarios. Now, with that being said, I have not found a good scenario for Ghirardelli baking chips yet. I keep looking for that. They were at Walmart last night for $3.50 a bag, but the blue with the white bag is still only going for $17. And that's one of those past Bolos that used to do well, is grouping up different chocolate chips. But what was it? The Nestle sometimes does well. The Ghirardelli sometimes does well. But right now the price point is not at it. But that's not to say that I don't run into a sale tomorrow that is a better price point that then makes that listing good for me.
Yep. And right now, for me, soon, very soon, is I'm going to still continue to do shop in my merchant fulfill orders. I'm going to take full advantage of that until it's dead. But then what's on my radar is Valentine's. My radar is on Valentine's with my wholesalers, so I can get it ordered and have it to my house before Valentine's stuff even hits the shelves at the stores.
It started to hit. I'm not ready for it.
Valentine's? I haven't seen any Valentine's.
Somebody posted in our group there was a Valentine's thing, and I'm like, no, not yet.
Yeah, I'm not ready for it yet because I'm still in Christmas, but it does have to be in the back of your mind. Like if you're going to be ordering things online for Valentine's, start doing that now.
Yeah.
You always have to be a few months ahead. Yeah.
I am prepping myself mentally right now, but January, I'm going to send in anything Easter, anything Valentine's, anything spring, anything Mother's Day, start sending it in. I have things that were for Christmas that are still getting processed, and I sent them in 3-4 weeks ago.
And I'm still selling Easter stuff during Christmas. You know how I tell you every year I sell Easter things during Christmas. Every year it blows my mind. And it's not a lot because I don't have a lot of Easter stuff listed. These are merchant fulfilled items that I bought too much of for Easter. They sold well during Easter as well, but I just bought too much. I bought a closeout, lot of this Easter item, and I have sold, I think, 6 of them now for Christmas. So I just can't explain these things.
I wanted to talk a minute about browse nodes, just to throw it out there on our news here.
Down to business.
Good God. Browse nodes have been monkeyed with. Somebody let the hamsters loose in the matrix over on Amazon. And if you are noticing that your product is just like, you've jumped on whatever listing and you're not getting any sales, like it's just dead, and you're like, what the heck? Take that ASIN, go to Amazon, paste it into Amazon, search for it, see if it's indexed. That's what indexing is you can try to index the ASIN. You can copy and paste the title. If it's not indexed, 9 times out of 10, it's because it's lost its browse nodes. Now, Tina and I are working. I had some brainstorms last night in the shower on.
Can I stop you for 1 second to explain? Because a lot of people watching are going to say, what is a browse node?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I should have started with that.
I understand you, but some people are going to say, what does that mean?
Well, so explain it.
Oh, I thought you were going to explain it.
I was letting you go.
So when somebody's created the listing, for those that don't create listings, when you create your listing, Amazon will ask you the Peeps candy. What category does that belong in? You have to pick a category for it. And that category would be candy. Well, then underneath candy, they have chocolate candy, hard candy, marshmallow candy. So that Peep is going to be marshmallow candy. These are the Browns nodes. It micro niches it down to where it belongs. Well, sometimes if I'm the one that created that Peep listing and I've deleted it out of my inventory, the listing still will stay active on Amazon, the title, the photo, but usually all bullet points have disappeared, description has disappeared, along with those browse nodes. And the browse nodes is what makes you searchable, or in other words, as Lucy said, indexed on Amazon.
Okay, so I'm gonna possibly throw out an argument on that one. I know that bullets and descriptions go when the owner deletes. I don't know if browse nodes go then or if they go when Amazon recategorizes something. So say you had coffee cups and coffee cups was the end of the node, and then Amazon says, okay, well now we're going to do travel coffee cups and ceramic coffee cups. Because of that categorization, that coffee cups is no longer of what you can pick. Now it's
that too.
That's where the hamsters come into play. When the hamsters go in there and they run around, they mess everything up in my that's how programming and things kind of look like in my head.
Yes. So going back to if you have a listing that is not selling and it should be.
Check to see if it's indexed. I went through and found about 8 different things this week because I put a lot of things on advertising. I'm trying to move, some new products, move some old products. It's a good time to get rid of anything that's been kind of stale. I made some specific advertising and I went and followed back up. Now on advertising, I follow back every 24 to 48 hours on especially new things to tweak and adjust those advertising campaigns. And I'm going, okay, I set this for $5 a day. It's spent $4 and it's been 3 days. Amazon usually will spend about that $5 a day. I should have spent 15 by now and I've spent 4 and I've gotten 0 out of that campaign. So I went through and I'm like, what the heck? So all the ones that were just really garbage on performance, it was because the browse nodes are missing. And I'm going, why do they mess with me? So now Tina and I have got some ideas on how to fix this issue, because if you are not the owner, you cannot fix it if you go into help and type in change product category node, you will get a little box where you can paste in the ASIN and search, and it will say, okay, what do you want this browse node to be? And then you pick the browse node you want, and it will either say, yes, we fixed it, or it says,
you are not the brand owner.
Not the brand owner. Yeah. So I've got a couple tricks up my sleeve, but if they don't work, the last resource is recall the product, make a new listing, send it in on the new listing that has now been fixed, which is
costly. Waste your time and money, but that's what you have to do. Yeah, very frustrating.
It is. The only other thing I can think of besides the couple tricks we shared is to call and talk to a supervisor from the catalog team and see if they'll push through a browse node. But a lot of times they want you to be the owner of the listing or the brand owner.
The word of the day is browse node.
Word of the day is Good morning, Facebook user tuning in from the van outsourcing. Awesome. Yeah, have you been listening to things while you're out driving about?
What?
I always listen to stuff when I'm in the car. So my 2 options during Q4 is I call family and loved ones. So I will call, I called and talked to my aunt who is going through a mastectomy for breast cancer on Monday. So we're hoping for all things cancer to go away. And anyhow, I will call family members during this time of the year and catch up with them and have a good conversation. But if it's too late, nobody wants to be called at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night when I'm still out and about. My new go-to has been, there's a audio book, but it's the Cliff Notes of said audio book. So I've been loving those for self-help thing.
And I'm always out with my husband, so we're always talking to each other in the car. So I don't have an opportunity to really listen to anything because we're always chit-chatting and cracking jokes and keeping ourselves entertained. So I have that.
My husband has gone with me, but he's not somebody I want to shop with.
Sometimes my husband,
like, are we done yet? Are we done yet? Are we done yet? Are we done yet?
No, my husband is great to shop with. I'm lucky with that. He can be the sidecar driver, if I'm the one driving, why didn't you park there? Da, 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 with my driving. And so I always tell him, hey, you can sit over here and drive or
Yeah.
shush. So
Yeah.
then that just becomes a joke and a game with us about that. I don't know. We make everything a joke.
Now we had my daughter was in her first wrestling match last night, and it was way far away, so we didn't go to that one. We're going to go to the one tomorrow. And anyhow, he had to stay home so that if she gets injured, like I'm really worried about her getting injured. Wrestling, I guess, is got more injuries than football. And when she gets done from that, it was going to be late, and I didn't think I'd get home. So it's the other reason he stays home is he's got responsibilities to hold on to. Stacy says, I just left Marshall's and sitting in the car at the school in the pickup line. Yep.
Hey, Stacy. Shout out to Stacy.
Chuck says, I also call family, but really enjoy sci-fi books. Oh, and small business audiobooks while driving. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Sci-fi books. I have read a couple sci-fi books, but I'll have to talk to you offline about that because there was one that I can't remember the name of it, but it was good. It was a long series of things. We did have a question that we were going to go over today. I'm going to read it, and then you're going to tell me what it means. So I'm going. It's the one from Heather that you shared with me that we said we'd talk about this in the chat here.
Oh yeah, because it wasn't the whole thread of that conversation. And Chuck, who is watching right now, he was also part of that thread, and I only took a screenshot of her final question.
I'm gonna say the thing, and then we can talk about it, what she's talking about, because it was a good question.
Yeah.
Talk about on Friday transitioning to the shorter settings, since I already see I'm getting December 12th for shipping. Is there a way to do shorter shipping times, and how do you handle that?
Yeah. So although it seemed should have said longer shipping time, because what I remember from this conversation in that we were having in our chat is, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Chuck, so I probably am, but in my mind, she oversold something on Amazon, which a lot of us do during this time. She said that I'm going to use fake numbers because I don't recall. She has, 5 in stock and Amazon sold 10, right? And now I'm scrambling to get the inventory, and she had to order the item from because she didn't know what to do. She couldn't find it anywhere. So she ordered it from Amazon to have it shipped to her home so that then she could ship it to her customer. However, now she's going to have her shipment be late according to Amazon. This is what I recall that question being about. And then it further opens up the can of worms of, can I order it from Walmart and have it shipped to my customer? Or can I order it from Amazon from another seller? Or if Amazon themselves is a seller and ship it to my customer, what do I do? What do I do in a moment of panic like this? And do I just cancel the order altogether? What is the best avenue to go down? And all of us have been faced with this at some point. When I have been in this position,
twice this week.
When I have been in this position, I have done the same thing where I have ordered the item from Walmart and had it shipped to me and shipped to the customer, because you do not want Amazon customer getting something shipped to them in a Walmart box, because it will be considered drop shipping. And if that customer does complain, you could very well lose your Amazon account. You do not want to do that. I would much rather have Walmart ship it to me and me ship it to the customer. Which is the worst ding? To have Amazon, for you to cancel the order and have Amazon ding you? Or is it worse to have a late shipment and get dinged on that? I don't know that one ding is worse than the other, but I would almost rather have it be shipped a little late than not at all. That's one option, right? Then the other option is to reach out to the customer and say, hey, I am so sorry, but I realized I am out of stock. Would you like to cancel this? And then ask the customer to kindly put in the cancellation, because if the customer cancels it, that does not count against you. So that is a good option to do as well. Having Amazon ship it to the customer, I have done that. It's a naughty no, but I have done it because I feel like at least it's still coming to them in an Amazon box. Your risk is Amazon catching you, or maybe the other seller, what they sent in was crap or a fake, right? calculate that risk on your own. The good thing is with ordering from Amazon and having it come to you is getting that fast 2-day shipping. So you'll have just hopefully not a late shipment to them, or change your shipping templates to protect yourself to where you're not doing 2-day shipping, but maybe 3 or 4-day in case something like this happens.
I have, on that note, had it ordered. I have messaged the customer and said, I am so sorry. I have ran out of said product, but I have ordered one from another seller on Amazon for the higher price, and I will cover that cost, but just be aware that it is coming in a different format, and they are usually fine with that. Again, it doesn't happen much. I think I've done it twice in my selling history, maybe
I have too.
and they're usually like, oh, okay, well, thank you for taking care of it. And you got to understand, with anything in life, I'll soapbox for just a second here. Anything in life, people love it when you just take care of things.
Yeah.
You go to a restaurant and there's an issue, when they just take care of it, it is so good. When you call your billing company or whatever, and they just take care of it, it's like amazing. Everybody loves that. So think about that.
Usually the person just wants the thing. I don't care how you get it here. If you bought it from someone else, that's cool with me. My kid wants this toy. I really want this shirt for my husband.
Yeah.
They're just happy to get the thing. And I think people realize you're being honest when you message them like, oh, look, I am so sorry. I realize I'm out of stock, but I can buy it from this person and ship it to you. Would that be okay? And they're like, hey, as long as it gets here by X date, it's cool with me.
And that is because we deal with so much BS these days with companies that are like, we can't do this. We can't do that. We can't fix this. You have to go do this. You need to self-help. You need to call customer service. You need to do this. You need to do that. When you just take care of something for somebody, it's like so gratifying. I know that
one thing off their plate. I totally agree with you on that.
It is. It's just nice. Good morning, William. How are you today?
Good morning. Shout out to William.
The other thing that I will add to that is if you are in our Bolo groups and whatnot, we are on chat. We are on there a lot. And if you need help, I will totally go to the store if I have it in my area and find something and ship it on your behalf. I have sent a couple of you, here's my shipping label, thank you, and just PayPal the difference or whatnot. So that's one of the advantages of having a network, of having a partner, of having friends, that if you oversell or whatnot, and it's like, hey,
always ask, you never know who might have it and is willing to ship it for you.
Yeah. I almost did that yesterday. We lost a plushy cat. And so for an hour, I'm like, where's the cat? Where's the cat? Around the office.
Cats!
We just got organized. We went through and I had everybody, we unloaded all the bags, all the boxes, got everything lined up and stacked up and organized. All our candies in one area, all our toys are in one area, all the plush. We just put together some large boxes and all the same plush in one, all those type of plush in the other. And we were missing a plush cat. And I'm like, we just cleaned. And I showed it on our Bolo group the other night. And so I know it was in the car. Like, I know it made it in the car. So it must have made it to either the office or the house. I haven't been anywhere else. Anyhow, we finally found it. Somebody had put it down on a desk behind this other squishy thing. And I'm just like, oh my God. Luckily we found it and we made it out in the post yesterday. But it was.
And speaking of Bolo groups, Lucy, too, we also have down below in this description area of this video, if you're watching, links to the Bolo groups because enough wanted it to continue going into the next year. So we run the 15th to the 15th. So if you want to get into either of the Bolo groups, the VA group or the group member share only groups, our spots are limited. We only are allowing 20 spots in each group. So if you want to sign up, I would sign up quickly because that's going to go pretty quickly. So the links are below if you are interested in being in either one of our groups, and they're very, very affordable.
Yes, I'm going to bring them up because I wanted to look at it. So this is the VA leads right here. There are 9 slots left. It is $120 a month. That includes, it's going to get you 10 leads, going to be mixed categories, etc. Our
Mhm.
VA has now been working for us for several months, so she's up to speed on what stores we are okay with, what stores we're not okay with, and they are pretty good, pretty scrubbed through and everything.
Yeah, and she always over delivers, always.
Yes. The other one is the one where you contribute, and that is $25 a month. You need to contribute 3 leads a week, and we've got 9 left. So that gets you into the group and everything there. Yay! Yay, B. So,
Yeah.
okay, I have one person I'm holding a spot for, and I don't remember. But I'm glad you signed up because you were on my list of to follow up with. But yeah, we got 9 slots left, so that's good. And we also, just provide extra content, and it's a really good group of people so far. Everybody that's signed
Yeah.
up, I recognized a lot of the names on the people who have already signed up, and we don't. Again, So here's our thoughts for Tina and I. We want to have groups of people that are, how do I say it? Like, I don't care if you're ignorant on something as long as you're willing to learn. Come on in. We will teach you what you need to know. But if you're going to come in and whine, complain, not follow up, we don't have time to babysit, and we're not going to sit here and cattle prod you to do things. And I don't take, we all have soapbox time, and we all whine and complain to some extent, but there's getting upset, and there's being, I don't know what to. I don't know what I can say on the channel. That one's not going to get me in trouble.
Yeah, I would
But
say most everybody in the group has been great, and I mean,
yes,
like
yes, yes. That's what I'm
most
saying. Everybody's been
everybody.
great.
I've only
We're
had
not
to
gonna.
remove
We're
a
not gonna.
couple people. Yeah, I've only had to remove a couple people, not because of attitude, but because they were not doing their part in sharing what they were supposed to. You can't be in the group, especially if it's a Bolo share group,
Mhm.
and taking the shares and not sharing yourself. If that's the case, you don't get to stay in the group.
Yeah, there's been that, and then there's been some people who have for whatever reason, like one person's moving, and so just things like that. But everybody has been really, really nice and good to work with in a general sense. And I've helped out numerous people. I have quite a bit of messaging going in my Facebook. Like I said, if you are, hey, how do I do this? Or hey, how do I do that? That is not what I'm talking about. It's if you're going to get in and just complain every day about, oh, this isn't working. No, you're going to make it work. You're going to succeed. We're there to help you. We are a group of winners, not whiners. That's what we want to be. Winners, not whiners. I need a shirt that says that. I'm focused
I
on
can
winning,
make you
not on whining.
I'll
Although
make you one.
some wine does sound very good right now. Some cheese and some wine sound very good. Even though it is 8, 9 in the morning, I could totally take a glass of wine right now. It's been one of them weeks. So B, your first name is something different. I can't remember it off the top of my head. Do you remember what B's first name is?
I think it's Brittany.
I think it's Brittany. Okay, I'd have to go look. Yes, there is no minimum contributions for the VA group. The VA group is just VA leads. If you want to contribute, go right
If you
ahead.
want to contribute, you can. We just thought that during we talk about these things, and we thought, well, during Q4, it's so easy to contribute a lead. And we felt that most people that are in the VA group are looking for leads to be given to them. And after Q4, sometimes it's harder to find lots of leads. So we took that away for now just to test it to see how that works out, because really it was only 1 lead a week you had to contribute for a month. So it wasn't lots and lots of member leads anyway. So that's why we made that decision that you wouldn't have to contribute 1 a week starting off for this new year.
Yeah, it is Brittany. You were right. You're right.
I love Brittany.
The other thing that we kind of changed for the group leads is I'm bringing back my old VA. She said she would love to do some more work, and I'm going to have her be copying and pasting people's leads as they come through the Facebook group into a master list. But also one step further with that is creating probably a buy sheet, not buy sheet, going into my Amazon account and doing the wish list so that when we're at the stores, it's already in the list there. So I will have her be doing that with things too. So that way, you can just go into the store, you pull up your shopping list for Walmart, and you can see all the bolos in that wish list. So that's kind of an added thing that I think will be really good for the
Yeah.
group.
We were just talking about ways to improve what we did during Q4 to kind of expand on what's been working, what hasn't been working, and how can we make it better. So we're just little by little trying to make those improvements.
Yes, and everybody's been really great about what do you call it? Adding in things like the coupon for this week, and don't forget this coupon and the Rakuten bonuses and all of that. Because
Yeah.
God, is it a lot to take care? There's a Rakuten that's going on for today, so I got to check that out at that store. And then Kroger is now running their coupon, their new coupon code. Last week it was 15% off home and goods, but they also had 33% off candy. So, all these little coupons and savings do go through our group as well, which is great. So people are contributing that stuff, which just adds more savings.
Yep.
Which I have enough gas savings now to fill up multiple times during December. So I told my husband, I'm like, anytime you need to drive or fill up the car, please go to Fred Meyer. I have $1 off and gas has gone down. So I think we're going to be getting it for
Hey, look,
$3.
I know your phone number. I'm going to punch your phone number into my gas station.
Wait a minute. It's under the house
I'm going to
number.
use $1 off of gas.
It's my house office line, so you don't. I don't have my cell phone number linked to it. But I do have for the Fred Meyer thing, I don't know if it's per like how many times you can clip the coupon. So I wound up one time with like 5 Fred Meyer rewards accounts. So it's hard to keep track of all those accounts, but that is
we got to get points and cashback deals all the ways that we can.
Yes, which I did go through this week. I kind of got caught up on crap this week, which was great. And you're welcome, Brittany, for the coupon code. Yes, people who have been in our past groups did get a coupon code for going forward. Same with I'll announce it, but we haven't officially announced it. The bundle group will probably be announced next week because the Bolo groups start on the 15th. So we've got another 6 days to get our act together. Tina's putting the Facebook groups together today, right?
Today, I am.
And then the VA is going to start populating those sheets on the 15th, I think.
Yeah.
And we got to get all that, the links and everything built into the Facebook group and stuff. But next Friday, we will probably announce the bundle group, but it will be announced. We're going to have some discounts. So in our current Bolo groups, you guys are going to get the most and the most discounted discount. Does that make sense?
You're going to discount on a discount.
I don't know, but we want to give them some incentive and first crack of everything. So everything will get announced there. And then the Online Selling with Tina Facebook group is going to get the next best discount. And then YouTube people are going to get the third best discount. So if you're wanting the most discount, join the Bolo group or join the Facebook group, Online Selling with Tina. And that's where we will filter. So we will announce it first in our private groups and then in the Online Selling with Tina, and then probably next Friday. So I just got to set up that. I don't know if we were doing, I don't remember what tier of discount we were doing because we talked about it and then I forgot because just too much. I got browse nodes in my brain. I have, like 3 ways that I need to fix browse nodes. And I've got about 6 products that I need to add pictures to for new things going on in my private bundles. And we've got Q4 stuff. And I think I'm up to about 50 something shipments now that I got to get out this morning. So my brain be full. All right. What else is going on, Tina? What do we got? What else? We wanted to talk about the bundles, talk about bolos.
Oh, and if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, because I know we stream this on both of our channels, I am trying to build up some more followers on my YouTube channel so I can monetize it. So go over there and subscribe. I would appreciate it.
Yes, everybody, you ought to go just subscribe to Tina, and then we got to get her followings up so that she can start monetizing her videos, which is a little bit of income. It's not like we are not raking it in here at YouTube. By any means, let me tell you, it is a I don't know. I got to have somebody. I had somebody go through my YouTube and like provide me a what to do thing, and they gave me like a general template. I'm like, oh my god, I could have Googled how to do YouTube and come up with the same information. That was not
Yeah.
helpful. But
Yeah.
I should have somebody scrub it.
You
Oh
have to
yeah.
have 1,000 subscribers and a certain amount of watch hours before
Mhm.
you can get paid from YouTube for being on YouTube. And I'm shy of getting 500. So I still have quite a ways to go. And I enjoy doing this with you all, right? And I spend my time every week. So it definitely would be nice if YouTube gave me a couple of dollars every month for it. So that's why I'm kindly asking.
Yeah, that one person who was griping about my profit level changing or whatnot was also talking about how we are, I don't want to say looking at other streams of income, but I already offer and help a lot of people out. And
Me
it's gotten
too.
to the point where I spend a lot of time, and I hate saying no, but that's why I went and did the Fiverr gig, because now it's
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm getting paid for a chunk of time and I will help you out 110%, versus I had taken on a lot of pro bono. And
I did too. Even
as much
yesterday,
as
it's
I love
like I'm
helping
outsourcing.
you, it's,
Yeah, and I'm outsourcing as I'm scanning. I have people messaging me, and I'm answering, and I'm trying to source. And look,
mhm.
I do love helping people, and it does bring me joy to help people, and especially if it's a problem that I can solve, and they're like, oh my God, how do you know how to do this? And for them, it means the world, and
Mhm.
I get it, because at one time I didn't know how to do that thing, and it can be like you want to put your head through the wall, trying to figure it out,
Oh
and
yeah.
mhm.
Yeah. I I spend a lot of time answering and interacting with people on Facebook and stuff, and that
And
is
it takes time. It's
it takes
time
a lot of time.
consuming and time
Yeah.
that I'm not doing other things, right? It's like even though I like doing it. Um, and I did want to say that I did want to give people a chance who maybe do need some help and don't have maybe a lot of funds or don't know what it's like to work with us one on one. I will make a profile link on Fiverr. And I told Lucy that I would do this for 5 people. Literally, for $5, I will do a quick 20-minute phone call to answer a problem or to help you navigate the back end of Amazon to create a listing. I can help you and walk you through the steps to create a listing in 20 minutes. I mean, it really is not that hard. So if anybody is interested in that, reach out to me through Facebook and I will provide that link. And I'll do it only for 5 people. I'll do 20-minute calls for $5 each.
Yeah. And again, that's going to be in the Facebook group. Message Tina, and the first 5 will get that. And even if you just want her to go through like your current listing and point out big problems, that can be really helpful too.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of things that can be done to help you bring some money in for $5. That is an awesome deal. So thank you, Tina, for doing that.
Well, I was thinking, it's Christmas time, it's the holidays, and look, we all need some joy.
We should
And it's
have
me.
like
No, I'm just kidding.
we'll talk, but we should. I mean, we're doing discounted stuff this month, but we
Yeah.
could also do a giveaway. I've never done one. What do you think?
Yeah. Of course. Who doesn't love a giveaway?
We could do a giveaway. I don't know. We could do like $100 or something. That would be
Yeah.
doable. I don't know. All right. Well, maybe we'll do that next Friday along
Yeah.
with the
We'll come up with
discount.
something for next Friday.
Yeah. We've got, let's see here. I've got things going on in the office. I put up the Christmas tree and I put up pictures. Do you see picture
I do
1
see it.
and
Yes.
picture 2? I
Yes.
had
This is the
artwork for
doctor
the
office.
I had artwork for the office, and I've been going around for the last, I don't know, like 8 months going, gee, I wish the art was on the wall. And so
Why don't you
yesterday,
get a cat poster? Like I have a cat ugly shirt.
I have posters on the other wall because it's cement and we can't put holes in the cement. So I have posters with tacky tape up.
See,
But
I'm in our cricket room and my husband makes stuff like this and puts it on the wall around me. Like this is
I
what it's
like
like.
that.
This is what it's like living with a boy. Boys make stuff like that, and it hangs on my wall by the cricket machine because it brings him joy.
Chuck says because of the constant interruptions, I disabled Facebook push notifications on my phone. I still go to Facebook sometimes, but it's on my terms. I did that too, Chuck. I went through and I disabled a crud ton of.
I have not.
It has not. Yeah.
I have not, and so I do. I always feel compelled to answer and help, and I'm always quick. People are like, "Oh, you're fast."
Yeah. No, I have I went in, so this was amazing. I went in and I made like a personal setting, a work setting, and like a sleep setting. And the sleep setting, nobody's really waking me up, unfortunately.
Yeah.
The personal setting, I get my emails and everything like that. And then when I'm at work, I turned off emails. I've never had Facebook on. I've never had Instagram on. So when I check, it's because I check on my breaks and I check on my lunch and I check probably too much. But I definitely, when I'm trying to build a listing or something, I needed to cut down on the distractions because it was just taking me too long to focus. And I still have a lot because here we've got, I don't know, about 5 different delivery guys per day. We've got the gals working out there and they have questions on things. I'm training one of them to do more around the office. So she is now like inputting stuff and going through, and we've got a new project. It looks like, I'm crossing my fingers, this is a huge one for me, but not really relevant to many other people. In Washington, I can go and request the tax back on stores like Target that don't allow me to buy tax exempt if I fill out the forms online. So now Eric from the Department of Revenue is going to help me, and I can go back 4 years, Tina, 4 years of all the stores.
Huge. Yeah, that is huge.
Charge the tax, and I just need to put them into a spreadsheet. So I'm like, guess what project we're working on? Because I have to get 2018 done by the end of the year, and that means I've got 21 days to get 2018 done and get that submitted with Eric so that I can get reimbursed. But all the Fred Meyers, all the Targets, World Market, Menards, all of those I have to pay tax on. So it's going to be going through hand by hand and putting all those receipts into a spreadsheet. So I'm like, okay, that project just made it up on my list because I'm probably looking, I estimated between $5,000 and $10,000 back in taxes. Conservatively, 5 to 10 grand back. That'll be a nice little bonus during December.
It will. Yes, it will.
I that back. I cleared it with my CPA too. I was like, that's what I'm looking at doing. She's like, oh, that's no problem. We're going to categorize it, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, shoot. I've only done accounting 201. I don't understand what she said, but I'm sure it makes sense. But she talks to me in accounting, and I'm, I don't know. You may as well talk to me in German. It's making more sense, but it's still gobbledygook. It sounds good though. It sounds good. She's like, we'll just categorize it like this. Okay, sure. You passed the degree, so
yeah.
I trust her. All right, what do you got going on for today?
So many things. So many things. I'm work and business things.
Jose says, but did you claim those taxes in your cost of goods? Yes. And so because I claimed them there, she said I need to do it XYZ. So it's going to be claimed. She's doing it whatever legal way. I can't explain it, Jose. I'm sorry. I wish I could. She said we will claim it as income or something so that it gets taxed appropriately, even though it's from 2018. Because I'm like, I don't want to go and try to file an amendment. I don't even know if I could for 2018 on those taxes. And then going forward, Eric's going to set me up so that going forward, I kind of submit like on a monthly or quarterly basis. But going through 2018, 19, 20, 21, it's just going to have to be a bulk done, and that money coming in is going to have to be income, something like that. Again, you ask your CPA because they'll do it correctly. Don't ask me. I kind of know. I know enough to get in trouble, but not enough to give advice on that thing. Just like with crypto, you can write off your losses if you track it, and all of mine are tracked through an app, and it's tracked like regular financial investments, but that's about all I know. Make sure you're not claiming twice since you already claimed in the cost of goods. Yeah, exactly. And that's why I have her handle it. And that's why you got to be honest. You got to be honest with your doctor, your lawyer, and your CPA. Because those are the people that are going to help you out. And you know why? Because you're paying them. When you get into trouble or you need things done, you want to be honest with them. It makes no sense to lie to any of those three people because they are there in your corner. That's why I love my lawyer has gotten me out of any IP jam. Her link is down. It's in one of my channel things, but I've been honest, hey, Casey, honestly, happened. And she's like, okay, this is how we're going to, this is the angle we're going to go. And I'm like, okay, good. Because, she'll say this or don't say this, etc. And as I say, my aunt's a corporate lawyer too. So when I talk to her, I'm like, okay, this is what really happened. And then what should I say and what should I not say? Not that I don't get into much legal trouble at all here.
You're
other
like,
than my
disclaimer.
daughter steals bread off my freaking doorstep. That guy's in trouble if I ever find him. Then I'll need to call my lawyer because he probably won't be walking. Like I could really take down somebody. Okay.
You're like, you're going down
I'll
the
have my
rabbit
daughter
trail.
take him down now that she's in wrestling. Go attack him. Anyhow, all right.
All right, you guys, thanks for watching and hanging out with us today. Now go out there and go shopping, find good stuff, and make that money.
Yes. Make some money this weekend.
Have a great weekend. Bye.